how do I put this? So I read Dune before the Dune movies came out, right? I didn't see all of David Lynch's Dune, but even a glance at it, just seeing scenes and stuff, you can tell that it's not the best way to adapt a movie or adapt that book, right? Dune is the type of book where it's like I could have a vision in my head of like what Dune would look like in live action, you know. So when like the newer version of Dune came out, it was like okay, this is like an elevated version of what I imagined. Okay, with One Piece, I think the same applies to things to me like Spider-Man or Bat. Like there's a vision you can have in your head of okay, what would a good live action version of this property look like, right? With One Piece, there really was nothing in my mind as to what would a good version, live action version of it be. So I had no real expectations because I couldn't even imagine One Piece working in live action format. So I had no expectations going into the trailer. There's not a thing in my head of like it should look like this or it should look like that. It's more like I'm taking it blank slate almost. Like how are they even attempting to make a Sea King look in live action? How are they even attempting to make some of these characters like Zor's Three Sword style look in live action? Okay. So for me, the trailer, if you ask like, is it surpassing expectations, below expectations, whatever? It's kind of the answer is neither, which is a shitty answer, but it's just what it is. I didn't really have like there wasn't an image in my head of what it's gonna look like. Now, if I take myself away, right, from being a One Piece fan, and I'm just like, okay, if I'm just watching it as though I know nothing about One Piece, as though this is a completely new property to me, I don't know what it's about, whatever. Would I watch this show on Netflix? Does it look good to me? I would say no. That's the honest answer. I don't think that that's something that people want to hear, but I'm just trying to separate myself and be like, okay, if I wasn't biased in that, oh, I would like this to do well because it's One Piece. Added bonus, I'm a One Piece content creator, so I would love for this to do well and help expand the scope of the audience base for it or whatever. If I separate that and I'm just like blank slate, I know nothing about the show. This trailer pops up for me. I would think it's bad. That's kind of just the truth. But at the same time, it's just a trailer. So to me, it's kind of like, let me add this. When I was a kid and I first saw a teaser for One Piece, granted it was for kids, but a teaser for One Piece on Cartoon Network or Toonami or whatever, I thought that looked bad. Then eventually I got around to watching full episodes, and I really liked it. Obviously, I really liked it. So, yeah, I think that's where I'm at. I think that this is one of those things, the vibe that I got from the trailer and everything like that is that this is one of those things that you can really, really only judge watching a full episode because you kind of are going to have to give yourself into a certain style of world, a certain style of, just the way characters look, the way things are shot, some level of, I suppose, artificial feel to a lot of it, and I suppose video game graphics to some depictions of things, and I think you're just gonna have to give in to some level of immersion. Sorry, it's not suspension of disbelief, sort of suspension of I suppose just allowing yourself to give in to a certain style that's maybe not top tier Hollywood material or anything like that, but maybe if you can give in to some of the campiness and some of that stuff. And somebody mentioned earlier like Spy Kids. I think anybody would feel like, hey, Spy Kids, like if I'm saying objectively it looks really fucking shitty, but if you're giving into just if you're just giving into it is what it is, then you can enjoy it for being, a bit of a campy, kind of ridiculous, but kind of cool in many ways product, I think. That's my feeling right now. And let me see if I can catch Behenwood's thing at the beginning.